All right. So, hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is good. Okay. So, this is another video which is specifically on one of the important reports here. This particular report is talking about Global Risk Report 2026. So, what is important from the examination perspective? You people already know that when I talk about reports, they actually play a huge important role, right? Many questions we get from reports itself, and if there is one report which is associated with World Economic Forum, that becomes more important. So we'll be talking about it, which edition it is, we'll be talking about that, what it includes, what is the aim of this particular report, what it includes actually, and what are the other aspects associated with it, right? So we'll be analyzing everything here, key themes of it, what it decodes, and everything. Okay, so this is what is the clear agenda of this particular video. Again, telling you it is based on what, like who's the one who releases it? World Economic Forum is the one who releases it. Which edition it is? This is 21st edition of this particular report. All right. So, like most of the people ask me that, ma'am, from where I can download the PDFs here. So, people need to register yourself in the Olive Board app, and you people will find this pop-up, right? As in when you click on the courses, this pop-up will rise there. You people need to click on YouTube class PDFs, and accordingly you will be able to download the PDFs also. All right. Now, coming on to this particular thing. Now, before that, let's understand what is the basic meaning of World Economic Forum here. Basically, it's a kind of body which is international body which is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. Actually, it was founded in 1971 only, which actually promotes stakeholder capitalism, and actually it provides global platform for dialogue, social dialogues on social economic governance issues also, and which are most notably through its annual Davos meeting as well. Now, when I specifically talk about this particular report, which is Global Risk Report here. Now, Global Risk Report is the one which which tries to analyze that what is the risk present in the in today's world here. So, it tries to analyze the risk. What sort of risk is actually present in the entire world? Now, when I say risk here, there are a lot of many factors associated. For example, we are having geopolitical tensions going on, right? Geopolitical tensions going on, for say, right? We are having climate change. This is also risk, right? When I say AI, we are having some after effects, bad after effects of AI also. So maybe one problem associated with that. For example, cyber security, right? This is also like cyber threats is also one of the risks here. So we actually try to analyze, we actually give them ranks here, right? That first ranker is what is the major risk here, right? What is the second ranker, and accordingly we try to manage it. So first, second, third rank is actually given as in 10 top 10 rankers here, and that too on the basis of what? Long-term risks, okay, and we are having short-term risks also, short-term risks as well. We are having two types of risk here. We are having long-term risk and we are having short-term risk also. Okay. Now on this basis only, I need to identify that which risk is the first ranker, which risk is the last ranker, right? And according to this also, I need to analyze which risk is the first ranker and maybe which risk is the last ranker also. Then only I'll be able to analyze that what is the exact position, right? Now, this is the entire overview and the methodology which is being used here. Now, this is all about the first ranker, right? When I talk about the global risk which is present in India, this talks about the theme of 2026. The core concept clearly says that when I talk about the world, right? When I specifically talk about the world here, there is a lot, many, ups and downs which are actually going on, right? There is intense competition between two of the countries rather than cooperating with each other, right? Now you see today's world, everyone has become very like selfish sort of individuals. If a selfish sort of economy is here, everyone has become in that manner only. हर एक जो इकोनॉमी है वो सिर्फ अपने बारे में सोच रही है. Protectionist sort of policies have been adopted, and this is the structure which has been adopted by many of the countries here. They are not at all going for multicultural, they are not at all going for cooperation, they are not at all going for anything else. They are clearly moving on to something which is protectionism kind of policies. They are adopting it, right? Everyone is watching another economy as its competitor. They are not at all ready to cooperate with each other. Cooperation is very important, and this is what is the main agenda of globalization also. Globalization किसके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है और ग्लोबलाइजेशन का मेन जो है वो मोटिव क्या था क्योंकि बहुत सारे हमारे पास ऐसे रिसोर्सेज है जो एक इकोनॉमी में प्रेजेंट नहीं है बट दूसरी इकोनॉमी में एटलीस्ट प्रेजेंट है ना। तो हमें क्या करना होता है कि एक्सचेंज ऑफ गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज एंड दैट टू ऑन अ वेरी कोऑपरेटिव बेसिस, दैट टू वेरी पोलाइटली वी नीड टू डू दैट. That is what is the major meaning of globalization, means complete exchange of goods and services, culture, cooperation with each other. But what is today's time? There are a lot many geopolitical tensions going on. People are actually competing with each other. Economies are actually competing with each other in terms of or in greed of resources. They are not at all ready to cooperate with each other. Multilateral institutions are actually getting weakened here. And the tools like trade, finance, technology are being used as strategic weapons only. You see trade tariffs, right, which is getting imposed by USA. What is the meaning of that? It is clearly trying to suppress each other. What are the key drivers है? Geopolitical rivalry हो गया, जो हमारी fragmented supply chains है, technology race है between global north and global south है, right? So ये जो global north और जो global south के बीच में जो race लगी है ना, उसके साथ साथ resources यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा major जो है contribute करते हैं, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ना, for example when I talk about today's news only, right? US clearly want to purchase Greenland. Why is the case, right? Because now if you see the ice is getting melted there, and of course the opportunities, this is just one of the factors behind it, and there we people will be having a lot of they can see it very clearly, right? Now soon there will be presence of a lot of raw material there, है ना, जो अच्छे अच्छे जो हमारे पास जो wealth है वो भी actually वहाँ पे present होगी. So this is just one reason why of course US, and this is not for the first time, right? Many previously many leaders have actually gone for that. And of course now US, Trump is the one who's actually practicing it again. So you clearly see in greed of resources, हम कुछ भी जो है किसी भी तरीके से हम कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो problematic situation पूरे globe में create करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. And this is what is the entire this theme is telling us. And this is about the global outlook as well. You can clearly see 2 years of outlook looks very turbulent, looks very stormy here. And when I specifically talk about 10 years of outlook here, 57% जो है यहाँ पे turbulent है, stormy है, but 1% जो है सिर्फ calm है. मतलब there is a rising pessimism in the short term. There is a rising pessimism in the short term regarding global stability, while there is slight improvement in the long-term optimism compared to the last year here. And of course, when I specifically talk about the outlook here, that completely remains grim. And this is what is the first risk. What I told you कि हमारे पास there is a list of risks here. अब ये जो risks है ना, they are divided into two of the parts. एक तो long term risks है, एक तो short term risks है ना, short term risks है. In the coming slides, I'll be showing you this entire list also. But जो first ranker है वो क्या है? Geo-economic confrontation is exactly the first ranker here, right? When I specifically talk about the geo-economic confrontation, it refers to it specifically says it's a kind of strategic use of economic tools. जैसे trade restrictions हो गया, trade tariffs हो गया, sanctions impose करना हो गया, investment control हो गया, technology ban हो गया, and that is by various of the countries here, right? Broadly we call them states, you call them countries, you call them states also. अब ये इंडिया की states नहीं है, but यहाँ पे हम economies की बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? We are here talking about the global economies. Just to advance global geopolitical interest and to constrain rivals also, which is actually weakening multilateralism, and it is actually increasing protectionism also, right? लोग या फिर अगर मैं स्पेसिफिकली इकोनॉमीज की बात करूं वो बहुत ज्यादा प्रोटेक्शनिज्म की तरफ जा रहे हैं, है ना. अब अगर मैं इस पर्टिकुलर एस्पेक्ट की बात करूं, इट इज सिलेक्टेड बाय 18% of respondents here. Now when I talk about the India context, you can clearly see that US China tech decoupled, which is leading to semiconductor shortage here, right? Now you clearly see just because of a lot of dependence on one country, of course supremacy has been attained by that particular country here, and of course it leads to multiple risks as well. Now these are the 10 risks associated with it, but this is more important to understand क्योंकि मैंने क्या बोला, risk जो है वो दो तरीके से divided है, short term which includes 2 years, and then we are having long term which includes 10 years here, right? Now when I talk about short term, तो geo-economic confrontation है, we are having misinformation, disinformation, societal polarization is part of it. Fourth ranker is extreme events, weather events. Fifth ranker is state-based armed conflict. Cyber insecurity is part of it. Inequality. We are having erosion of human rights or specifically civic freedoms also. Pollution is of course one challenging part here. Then involuntary migration or displacement is also part of it, जो कि short term है. ठीक है, अगर मैं यहाँ पे long term की बात करूँ तो long term में जो first ranker है ना वो है extreme weather events, right? बट शॉर्ट टर्म में ये फिफ्थ रैंकर है. ठीक है, मतलब लॉन्ग टर्म में मेरे को वेदर कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो ज्यादा इंपैक्ट करने वाला है. आने वाले टाइम पे सबसे ज्यादा मेरे को कौन इंपैक्ट करेगा, जो कि है एक्सट्रीम वेदर इवेंट्स है. 2 साल के बीच बीच में तो इतना इंपैक्ट नहीं क्रिएट करेगा, है ना, बट हाँ क्रिएट कर भी रहा है. बट अगर मैं 10 ईयर्स के पर्सपेक्टिव से देखूं तो बहुत ज्यादा जो है यहाँ पे जो जो स्पेसिफिकली जो इम्पैक्ट है वो क्रिएट होने वाला है. बायोडाइवर्सिटी लॉस होगा, इकोसिस्टम कोलैप्स होगा, क्रिटिकल चेंज होगा हमारे पूरे अर्थ सिस्टम में. मतलब द फर्स्ट 3 आर एक्चुअली एसोसिएटेड विद environment related problems only, right? Environment related problems only. Whereas if you try to see the short term one, तो यहाँ पे जियो इकोनॉमिक कॉन्फ्रंटेशन है, मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन डिसइन्फॉर्मेशन है, विच इज स्पेसिफिकली एसोसिएटेड विद व्हाट, जो हमारा न्यूज इन्फॉर्मेशन है, राइट, जो हमारा इन्फॉर्मेशन है दैट इज नॉट करेक्ट टुडे, मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन है, डिसइन्फॉर्मेशन है, सोसाइटल पोलराइजेशन है. फिर उसके बाद फोर्थ रैंकर पे कहीं ना कहीं जो है यहाँ पे एक्सट्रीम वेदर इवेंट्स हमें देखने को मिलते हैं. बट यहाँ पे लॉन्ग टर्म में मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन इज रैंक्ड एज फोर्थ है, वेयर एज इफ आई ट्राई टू सी फ्रॉम द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ शॉर्ट टर्म दिस इज सेकंड रैंकर. Adverse outcomes of AI technology is also part of it. Nature resource shortages are there, inequality, cyber insecurity, societal polarization, pollution is also part of it. So you see that on the terms of, if you're on the basis of short term and long term, this is being divided, right? ये दोनों के perspective से जो है ये divide हो चुका है, and this is what we need to understand here. And this is something which is very important. Now you can clearly see the risk. Geo-economic confrontation, we are having state-based armed conflicts, extreme weather events है, societal polarization है, misinformation, disinformation है ना. उसके साथ साथ हमारे economic downturns है, so erosion of human rights है, and it is just the crux of everything that we have done till now. Okay, now talking about the cyber security here. What I told you, cyber security एक ऐसा risk है जो कि अभी के टाइम पे जो है वो एसोसिएटेड है, इट इज एक्चुअली इम्पैक्टिंग अ लॉट. साइबर सिक्योरिटी रिस्क एज अ systematic national vulnerability. So according to the Data Security Council of India, India has actually recorded 369.1 million of malware detection in 2025 only, where if I try to consider Trojans as well as infectors, so they dominate the attacks, right, which is clearly indicating the shift towards targeted and sophisticated campaigns also. When I talk about the mobile threats, they remain very significant here, which are mainly driven by malware, adware, which is reflecting the commercialization of cyber crime as well. Now this is digitalization time, है ना, ये किसका टाइम है, डिजिटलाइजेशन का टाइम है. और डिजिटलाइजेशन के साथ साथ हम क्या एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हैं, वी आर कॉन्टिन्यूसली एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग विद एआई आल्सो, विच इज ऑफ कोर्स क्रिएटिंग लॉट ऑफ इम्पैक्ट. अभी जो हमारी पॉलिसीज है, जैसे हमारा डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर हो गया, है ना, डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर हो गया, आधार लिंक्ड सर्विसेज हो गया, तो इनको हमें रॉबस्ट करने की जरूरत है. ठीक है, ये जो सारा सिस्टम है वो इतना ज्यादा रॉबस्ट होना चाहिए कि कहीं पे भी ये इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट ना करे. यूपीआई सिस्टम हो गया, इसके अंदर कहीं ना कहीं जो है ये जो मेरा यूपीआई है वो क्लियरली प्रोटेक्टेड होना चाहिए. तो मेरे को इसके लिए क्या चाहिए, एक ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चाहिए, एक ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चाहिए जो कि बहुत ज्यादा क्या हो, रॉबस्ट हो. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट आई क्लियरली वांट. Geopolitical shift, that is the retreat of multilateralism. Now you can clearly see the trend and the consequences are also here. There is a geopolitical shift that is going on. मतलब जो हमारी इकोनॉमीज है वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा किसके ऊपर फोकस कर रही है, प्रोटेक्शनिज्म पॉलिसीज के ऊपर, राइट. They are more focusing on protectionism kind of policies where everyone is protecting their own interest, right. Protectionism का मतलब क्या है कि हम किसी भी दूसरी इकोनॉमी को हमारी इकोनॉमी के अंदर एंटर नहीं करने देंगे. हम अपने डोमेस्टिक प्रोड्यूसर्स को पूरे तरीके से जो है प्रोटेक्ट करके रखेंगे. जो हमारी इकोनॉमी है, हम कहीं ना कहीं जो है आइडल रहेंगे, हम पूरी तरीके से अपनी इकोनॉमी को प्रोटेक्ट करने की कोशिश करेंगे. दैट इज व्हाट आई क्लियरली वांट, राइट. इट मींस आई एम नॉट एट ऑल कोऑपरेटिंग विद ईच अदर, राइट. जो कोऑपरेशन है इसको खत्म कर दिया, मैं कहीं ना कहीं जो है अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट करने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ. दैट इज व्हाट इज द क्लियर एजेंडा हियर. सो यू कैन क्लियरली सी इन टुडेज टाइम आल्सो, राइट, when you clearly know what is actually going on between Greenland and US also, it means clear question or there is a clear cut specifically to the NATO countries also, है ना. कहीं ना कहीं जो है जो impact create हो रहा है वो नेटो कंट्रीज के ऊपर भी हो रहा है ना, तो नेटो कंट्रीज के ऊपर भी हो रहा है इन अ सिमिलर मैनर, चाहे वो यूएन हो गया, WTO हो गया, कहीं ना कहीं इनके ऊपर जो ट्रस्ट है ना वो डिक्लाइन होता जा रहा है, ठीक है। राइज किस में, प्रोटेक्शनिस्ट पॉलिसीज के ऊपर है, देयर इज अ वीकनिंग ऑफ रूल बेस्ड ग्लोबल ऑर्डर एज वेल, there is increase in the probability of conflict and reduction in the capacity to just solve the global problems also, like climate change हो गया, pandemic हो गया, okay। Along with that, if you just see the geopolitical shocks, now there are, like specifically I'm trying to associate with India, right? So you can clearly see when I talk about the recent cases है, जब FPI जो है continuously हमारा outflow जो है वो ज्यादा हुआ था, है ना, outflow जो है वो ज्यादा हुआ था FPI का। And in 2025, we have seen FPI outflow as equivalent to 18.9 billion US dollars, which is clearly driven by political tensions, global trade tensions, currency volatility, and there is a fear of US tariffs also. मतलब किसी एक कंट्री के इंटरेस्ट के लिए ही जो बाकी कंट्रीज है उनके ऊपर भी इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट हो रहा है ना, एंड विच लीड्स टू व्हाट, दैट इज इकोनॉमिक शॉक्स आल्सो, राइट। कहीं ना कहीं जो है इकोनॉमिक शॉक्स जो है ये क्रिएट करता है just because of the geopolitical tensions which are actually going on, right? So this is what is the reality here, and it creates like multiple effects on the on different of the economies. When I specifically talk about the concerns, इकोनॉमिक डाउनटर्न जो है कहीं ना कहीं राइज हुआ है, इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ा है, और जो एसिड बबल बर्स्ट है इट इज ऑल्सो इंक्रीज्ड है, राइट। along with that you just try to see technology risks also. Now I have already told you, अगर मैं यहाँ पे long term perspective से देखूं तो adverse outcome of AI has been part of long term one, right? It has been ranked 5th year. along with that अगर मैं मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन डिसइन्फॉर्मेशन की बात करूं तो ये शॉर्ट टर्म से बहुत ज्यादा जो है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है ना, शॉर्ट टर्म में बहुत ज्यादा जो है वो इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट कर रहा है। और अगर मैं यहाँ पे एडवर्स आउटकम ऑफ एआई की बात करूं तो ये लॉन्ग टर्म से बहुत ज्यादा मेरे लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि लॉन्ग टर्म में ये बहुत ज्यादा इंपैक्ट जो है क्रिएट करने वाला है आने वाले 10 सालों में, राइट, इन 10 years. दिस इज स्पेसिफिकली टॉकिंग अबाउट coming 2 years only. So it is actually going to create a lot of impact on my business, like on my accounts also, right? Along with that, this is societal risk inequality at the core. Now what is the meaning of inequality here? It means difference between have and have nots, right? दिस क्लियरली सेज कि जैसे अगर मैं ग्लोबल साउथ की बात करूं, ठीक है, ग्लोबल नॉर्थ और जो ग्लोबल साउथ है कहीं ना कहीं इनके बीच में डिफरेंस इट इज गेटिंग इंक्रीज्ड, राइट, द गैप इज गेटिंग इंक्रीज्ड हियर, gap is getting increased here. That is not at all helpful for any of the economy, right? That is actually not at all helpful for any of the economy here. On a similar basis, if we try to consider high income individuals and low income individuals, right, gap between both of them is actually increasing, right? we usually say कि जो अमीर है वो और अमीर होता जा रहा है और जो गरीब है वो और गरीब होता जा रहा है, right? So this is all about the interconnectedness only, right? So inequality is actually defined as the most interconnected risk which actually fuels polarization. It weakens the social contract here, and it actually amplifies the social insecurity also, instability as well, right? Now you can clearly see when I talk about from the India's perspective. So अभी एक अगर मैं वर्ल्ड बैंक गिनी इंडेक्स की बात करूं तो वी आर स्टैंडिंग एट 25.5. आई डोंट नो इफ यू पीपल रिमेंबर और नॉट, बट हम इसको अपने स्टैटिक पोर्शन में भी हमेशा मैं जो है वो एग्जाम्पल के तरीके से देती हूँ ताकि आप लोगों को याद रहे. It places more among the countries, it places India among the countries with relatively lower measured, which is relatively lower measured income inequality. The Oxfam report that highlights in 2022 the top 1% of Indians actually captured 22.6% of the national income, which is pointing to deep and widened disparities that are not fully reflected in the consumption based Gini measure here. Along with that, when I talk about the rising inequalities in India, this actually amplifies economic shocks for informal, marginalized workers also, which increases the risk of social unrest. Political polarization जो है इससे कहीं ना कहीं जो है takes birth here. And when I specifically talk about the institutional distrust, this is also there while eroding the social contract and weakening the state's ability to mobilize the public cooperation during the crisis also done here, right? Along with that, when I specifically talk about the difference, क्योंकि income inequality में और wealth inequality में कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो difference है, और ये जो particular threat है it is high in India, right? This is specifically high in India. So this is the biggest risk, which is second biggest risk for India, which is clearly showcasing regional as well as social disparities also. Now when I talk about the other risks here, So insufficient public services and social protection है, right? Now this includes concerns जैसे education हो गया, infrastructure हो गया, pensions हो गया. Economic downturn is part of it. Economic downturn clearly talks about what that is stagnation, recession here. Like I'm specifically talking about the business cycle also. स्टेट बेस्ड आर्म कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ इट, जैसे वॉर्स हो गया, सिविल वॉर्स हो गया, है ना, फिर उसके बाद टेररिज्म हो गया. इट इज ऑल्सो क्रिएटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ इम्पैक्ट. ना व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू, चाहे वो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए हो चाहे वो लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए हो, देखो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए कहीं ना कहीं जो है रैंकिंग अभी पीछे है, बट लॉन्ग टर्म में इफ यू सी फर्स्ट थ्री रैंकर्स, राइट, जो हमारे थ्री रैंक्स हैं, जो हमारे फर्स्ट थ्री रैंक्स है, दे टॉक अबाउट दिस एनवायरमेंट ओनली, राइट. सो शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए भी इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट कर रहे हैं और लॉन्ग टर्म में भी जो मेरा वेदर है वो बहुत ज्यादा जो है वो क्रिटिकल होने वाला है. जो मेरा पूरा अर्थ का सिस्टम है, इट इज अगेन गोइंग टू बी वेरी क्रिटिकल इन नेचर. इट इज गोइंग टू क्रिएट अ लॉट ऑफ इम्पैक्ट ऑन माई इकोनॉमी एज वेल. And this is about the web of the poly crisis here. You can clearly see it by yourself also. And this is all about the future outlook, that is 2028 versus 2023. Now we are having compounding of the crisis here. Geo confrontation is part of it. Misinformation, disinformation, societal polarization is part of it. बट अगर मैं यहाँ पे 2036 की बात करूं, सो एक्सट्रीम वेदर इवेंट्स क्रिएट होंगे, बायोडाइवर्सिटी लॉस होगा, क्रिटिकल अर्थ सिस्टम भी होगा. तो पहले जो तीन है ये तो सिर्फ एसोसिएटेड किसके साथ है, हमारे अर्थ के साथ एसोसिएटेड है ना. उसके साथ साथ अगर मैं मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन, एआई आउटकम्स की बात करूं, है ना, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं जो है इसका नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट भी होगा. तो अगर मैं इनकी बात करूं, कहीं ना कहीं ये भी क्या करेंगे, हमारे इकोनॉमी के ऊपर इम्पैक्ट क्रिएट करेंगे. एंड दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द न्यू ग्लोबल ऑर्डर एंड इंडिया इटसेल्फ. So this clearly sees that India is having multiple challenges here. We are going through external shocks, climate vulnerability, digital misinformation is also part of it. But along with that, we are having multiple opportunities also. है ना? For example, when I talk about the India's cases, we are continuously like experimenting with it, right? हमारे पास Make in India initiative है, हमारे पास PLI initiative जो कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो results भी दे रहा है. Ease of doing business is also part of it, right? Along with that, we are doing better in EV sector also. हम कहीं ना कहीं semiconductor में भी जो है वो betterment कर रहे हैं. This is all about being very hopeful here. Along with that, we will be able to become developed economy, and that too by 2047 only, right? So we are experimenting with everything. We are experimenting with future technologies also, like AI, robotics, Internet of Things, and of course, this leads to what, that is betterment in this particular time period only. So state based armed conflict as well as strategy instability. अगर मैं इसकी बात करूं, so this all talks about lot of problematic situations which is existing in the economy. मतलब जैसे अगर मैं 2025 का पहलगाम अटैक की बात करूं, है ना, तो कहीं ना कहीं इंडिया की सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर क्वेश्चन पुट करता है. और अगर मैं ब्लास्ट की बात करूं जो दिल्ली रेड फोर्ट के पास हुआ था, वो भी कहीं ना कहीं जो है वो क्वेश्चन पुट करता है, राइट. एंड कंटिन्यूड क्रॉस बॉर्डर टेररिज्म बाय पाकिस्तान बैक ग्रुप्स इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ इट. At the same time, if I talk about rising urban terror, वो भी है, lone wolf and white collar terrorism हो गया. It persists internal insurgency, strain, broad security, border securities as well. And if I specifically talk about when I specifically talk about the instability here, they can divert state capacity from development, and it heightens exposure to hybrid threats like cyber warfare हो गया, misinformation हो गया, और economic coercion भी हो गया, right? So this is what is broadly part of it, and this is all about this particular report as well. All right, so thank you so much for joining the session. This is more than enough from the report perspective. Now those individuals who are preparing for RBI Grade B 2026, you people can come and prepare, you people can enroll in this particular batch. What is special about it, you people will be able to get books with it, right? We will be providing you management, ESI and finance book. This is batch 2 of it. All right, so I hope you have understood each and everything here. Still having any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. We'll be solving it out. Thank you so much. Take care.